What, Loki? What?
Hey, good morning.
Hello. Want to say hi, Uncle Didin?
Hey,
Say hi,
Loki.
Uncle. He said hi, Loki. What's up, Apple? Wanna go be Jello? Wanna go see Mama Pop? Go see Mama Pop. Go see if Mama done. Maybe she can cut your hair too. Go calling. With that. Oh, I love Loki.
Challenge your
Loki the puppy. Oh.
So, Nightmare totally has this grudge against Siegfried for, quote, killing his father?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes. Well, there's a whole... I can tell you the whole story of that if you'd like.
Let your desire for victory take you beyond.
Okay, I'm probably gonna get fucking annihilated by this, Sophia. Oh.
Just leave me alone already.
Oh, that's awesome. Siegfried and Sophia have unique, conversation.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She was like, I want to save you. And he was like, just leave me alone already.
Oh, dang, that's cool.
That's so cool.
I didn't know they were connected, like, main story-wise.
They're not, like, too connected. She just knows his story. What's that?
Okay. Oh, like they ain't no Kilik and Changhua, or like Maxi, Shiba.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Maxi. Shiba. Oh god, she's destroying me.
Or like Cervantes and Ivy.
Yeah, no. Nothing like that.
Okay.
Oh, so what happens is, oh god, this is lagging just enough to make this massacre slightly annoying. Yeah, so basically what happens is in Soul Edge, well before then, so Siegfried was, you know, a boy at one point, and he had his father Frederick, I think his mom's name was Margaret, I don't remember, and he was trained in the sword by his dad, and his, like, I think he liked his dad, you know, his dad was cool dad, and then it's just like, oh, I gotta go to war. And he leaves, and he's gone for a long time. And without his father's guidance, Siegfried kind of falls into the wrong crowd, and he joins this ragtag group of scoundrels called the Schwarzwind. Or the Schwarzwind, the Black Wind, and he's like a thief and like a kind of a criminal gangster guy. And so then they hear that like people are trying to get away from the war and like escape and come back, and they're like, oh, those pussies, fuck them. We need to go kill them for being like abandoning deserters and stuff. And so they jump this one group that's coming back or whatever, and Siegfried kills the commander, and he cuts off his head and he holds it up like high, and he's like, and it's at nighttime, and he's like, we did it, we won, I killed the fucking leader. And then the moonlight kind of breaks through like the woods and shines on the head, and it's his dad, and he killed his father, and he freaks out, and he goes running deep into the woods because he's freaking out, and he actually goes insane, and he convinces himself that someone else murdered his father and he has to get revenge. So
oh my god.
Yeah, and so it's either, I don't remember exactly which one it is, I'm pretty sure it's so it's either he hears about Soul Edge and how powerful of a legendary weapon it is, and he's like, oh, I need to use that to get revenge and kill the powerful guy who killed my father, or he hears that the guy who killed his father is going after Soul Edge. I don't remember which one it is. I feel like it's the first one. I feel like it's the one where he's like, oh, only like the powerful weapon known as Soul Edge can give me the strength to kill the guy who murdered my father. And he's like trying to get revenge. So he goes on a quest for Soul Edge, and basically it's discovered, not by Siegfried, but it's discovered that Cervantes has Soul Edge. And Taki and Sophia actually get to where Cervantes is, which is like a port town in Spain. And Taki and Sophitia team up and defeat Cervantes and kill him. And Sophitia actually ends up shattering, because Soul Edge is like one big blade and one smaller one. Because Cervantes, you know, his fighting style was with 2 swords.
Yeah.
And Sophitia destroys one of them, but like when she shatters it, some shards like I think she was already kind of fucked up from the fight, but some shards like fly into her body and like damage her, and so she's like a little corrupted and stuff because Soul Edge is evil. And so Taki, after they defeat Cervantes, Taki like takes Sophitia and bails, and so then cutting back to Siegfried, he just kind of rinky-dink wanders in there because he's like, I heard Soul Edge was over here, and he shows up and Cervantes is dead and Soul Edge is just there. And he's like, "Oh, cool. Well, I think he kind of sneaks in or something while they're fighting, or it's like I don't exactly remember, but I know he gets up and he's like, "Oh, sick, Soul Edge," and he goes up and he goes to grab it, and Inferno, the spirit / demon entity of Soul Edge, comes out and he's like, I'm gonna kill you, and Siegfried defeats him and then takes Soul Edge, and the second he does, the fleshy parts of the sword like graph over his hand. He's like, he starts freaking the fuck out, and he starts turning into Nightmare. And
oh shit.
Yeah, and it's like in the I don't know if you've heard of the term the evil seed in any trailers or whatever. Yeah. But so that was when Siegfried turns into Nightmare, and he like holds Soul Edge up in the sky, or he holds Soul Edge up above him, and this beam of this like ray of light, of like red evil light, pierces the sky and like shoots up, and it can. The trailer, I've heard the trailer a lot, and the guy says that it can be seen from as far as India, and that is referred to as the evil seed. And that was basically, god damn it, this nightmare just kicked my ass. And that was that basically just kind of like rained evil, like just kind of like evil, I guess, down onto the world in that generalish vicinity of it. I don't think it was the whole world. I don't remember. But meanwhile, so Keelik is just a monk with his bros, like he's just a monk at like a temple, and he's hanging out with his friends. And then the evil seed happens, and everyone there goes fucking crazy and starts killing each other, except for Shanghua's sister, but she's murdered by Keelik because she had like a divine treasure thing that protected her from Soul Edge's influence. That's why Keelik has a malfested mode.
Interesting.
In this game, they're actually, because this game takes place around that time. It's a reboot, as you are aware.
Around 1 and 2, right?
Yeah, around Soul Edge, SOULCALIBUR 1, and I think SOULCALIBUR 2 also. I can't remember. Yeah,
because like, if I'm remembering correctly, SOULCALIBUR 2, there wasn't even a Siegfried. It was just Nightmare, right? Yeah,
it was just Nightmare, and yeah. So then the evil seed happens, and Siegfried is now Nightmare, and he basically just goes on killing sprees like crazy. He just kind of just starts killing a ton of people, and he's making Soul Edge stronger because Soul Edge feeds off of souls. And then I think 3 years pass, and SOULCALIBUR is happening, and Keelik, Shanghua, and Maxi are kind of like the main dudes. And long story short, I'm like the most unfamiliar with SOULCALIBUR 1. That's one of the reasons I'm so excited for 6. But I know Shanghua has one of the treasures thing. I think it's called the Vapara Yuga or something, or maybe that was Keelik's. I don't remember. But
Keelik's staff is the Kali Yuga.
Okay, his is the Kali Yuga. Thank you. Yeah. So then she has the Vapara one, I think. I'll look that up right now because I don't ever remember. But yeah, so they basically go up and they find Nightmare, and let's see. Yes, that is the one Shanghua has, I believe. In SOULCALIBUR. No. Oh yeah, it's a sacred mirror. No, that's a sacred mirror. Yeah, the necklace or something. Well, whatever one Shanghua has is and that one turns into SOULCALIBUR when they go and confront Nightmare. And basically, Soul Edge is like, oh fuck, it's Soul Calibur, and so Soul Edge like bails and gets Nightmare the fuck out of there. But during like that conflict, Siegfried was actually able to like will himself back in control of his body.
Dope.
And so, or something like that. And so he's like basically kind of back. And then why he's Nightmare again in Soul Calibur 2 is because he's like, oh god, he like comes to basically, and he's like, oh fuck, I did like a ton of terrible things. And he's just like, and he like feels like super guilty, and he's like super depressed. And then one of his first instincts is he wants to go and see his mother, and then he's just like, I can't go see my mom. Like he's like, I can't do that, and he's like super depressed. And so he's like, but he decides to redeem himself, and he tries to go on like a quest for atonement. They don't say how what he's doing to do that, I guess. Just gonna maybe go right wrongs, I guess. But every night, or almost every night, he would like wake up around dead bodies, and he was like, what the fuck is going on? And basically he's turning into Nightmare in his sleep. Every night he sleeps, I think he has like nightmares and stuff, and he wakes up and he's surrounded by dead bodies, and it's because every night he would reform back into Nightmare and just kill a ton of fucking people. And it was because Soul Edge wasn't actually out of his possession. It was disguising itself as a regular sword so that he wouldn't know to try and discard it.
Oh damn!
And so yeah, because Soul Edge and Soul Calibur they can shapeshift, as you are aware, I'm sure, because everyone can get their own Soul Calibur or Soul Edge type weapon. You know, it's like, and that's not just for
like
funsies.
with their...
Yeah, it actually does that. It can actually do that. You probably know from Soul Calibur 5, because Soul Calibur does that like twice.
4 and 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, specifically because Patroclus, Soul Calibur was the Sword and Shield version, and then it turned into a form that resonated more with his style, which was Setsuka's
Hidden Blade style.
Hidden Blade, exactly.
Yeah, freaking Setsuka. Oh my god, her stupid umbrella blade.
God damn it. But so yeah, and then basically after a few years, in the time span between Soul Calibur 1 and 2, Siegfried becomes Nightmare permanently again. And so basically, yeah, and until the end of Soul Calibur 2, in which case he's actually freed from that. And the Nightmare from Soul Calibur 3 onwards is basically just Inferno.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's it's the only reason he exists is because Zasalamel created a vessel as an experiment to see if Inferno / Soul Edge could persist and without like an actual like mortal host, basically. So Zasalamel creates a vessel for Soul Edge, and Soul Edge just takes the form of Nightmare because that's his preferred style.
Wow.
Yeah, I think probably because
some shit.
Yeah, it was probably because he got a shit ton of fucking souls when he was when he was Siegfried, so he was like, yeah.
Yeah, so he's like, oh shit, this gives me hella feast.
Yeah.
Like,
so
damn,
it's like
that's some shit.
It's hella some shit, dude. It's like so in Soul Calibur 2, Siegfried is really trying to like come back. Like he's still there. But it's Nightmare in control. And at the end of Soul Calibur 2, Raphael actually finds Nightmare and encounters him. And they fight. And I know, I don't remember, I think Xianghua shows up again with Soul Calibur, but she's like defeated or something. I can't remember why Soul Calibur was there. Either Soul Calibur was was there because he defeated someone who had it, and I think it was Xianghua because it has the Chinese sword version. Oh yeah, and Soul Calibur was like corrupted by Soul Edge in Soul Calibur 1, which is why in Soul Calibur 2 it's Soul Calibur with the eyeballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was corrupted by Soul Edge. And yeah. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, and so then basically at the end it's like Siegfried is trying to come back, and I think Raphael's kind of losing, but Siegfried is like kind of distracting Nightmare, and So Nightmare's kind of like, dude, stop that, man. I'm trying to fuck. And he's like already kind of weakened. And it's, I think because from the fight with Soul Calibur. So Raphael takes the distraction, like that, you know, that he obviously is not really aware of because he doesn't see Siegfried. And he takes the distraction and he stabs Soul Edge's eye, which hella fucking fucks up Soul Edge. And so Nightmare's like, oh, mother of God, this sucks. And Siegfried's like, now's my chance. And he wills himself back into control of his body. Sees Soul Calibur, instinctively grabs it and plunges it into Soul Edge's eye. Which then, I don't know if you remember from Soul Calibur 3, that's why there's the whole Soul Calibur and Soul Edge are fused in that way. Yeah, that's called the Soul Embrace. And they're like locked, and they're like locked in that state because of probably because of how like connected they are, and because of his because of how powerful they are as well. I'm not entirely sure the details of the Soul Embrace, but that's what it's called. And yeah, so then Siegfried is back to normal now, and now he's just Siegfried, just kind of dealing with the consequences of having been Nightmare for so long. And he goes on his quest for redemption, and from that point on, Nightmare and Siegfried are two different people. Well, using the loose definition of the term person/people for Nightmare.
Yeah, for Nightmare. Holy shit. By the way, I just fought up against this bro online, like, twice. I rematched him and I won again.
Nice.
I'm really getting the hang of this guy. I'm really liking it.
That's good, I'm glad. Yeah, he totally looks like a Chris. He's part of an organization specifically designed to like fight people connected to the evil sword. That's really funny.
I'll be right back.
Oh, no problem.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Nice. Nice. Nice, man.
Ready? Let's dance. No
Okay, hello, sorry.
Let's do this.
Well, holy shit, I did not know all that lore implications and shit.
Right? Oh, cool, man. That's yeah, Grow works for an organization that was basically established by Algol a billion years ago.
Yeah.
Because Algol, Soul Edge existed far beyond Algol's reign, and Algol's reign is so ancient nobody even knows that civilization existed. And Algol basically he's known as the Hero King, I'm sure you remember, and because he's like a hella kick-ass dude. He was all about like, oh, I want to be hella strong and hella powerful and stuff, but he like brought peace to his lands with Soul Edge, because he finds, I think he like, I don't know how, but he finds out about Soul Edge, and he's like, oh sick, I want that sword because that sword's strong and I like being strong. And so he goes and he finds Soul Edge, and Soul Edge is like, I am evil, you fool, I will curse you. And Algol's basically like, no, you're not. And Soul Edge is like, wait, what? And Algol just doesn't care, because Algol's will was so fucking strong, it just didn't matter. And so Soul Edge just didn't corrupt him. He was in complete control, like, absolutely. Wow. So it was basically just a powerful sword for him. And so he took it, and he actually used it for good. He brought like peace to his lands, because the evil, it just didn't matter. He was just stronger than the sword, because Algol is like so fucking strong. He's like the strongest dude in the series apparently. And
that's pretty dope.
Yeah, right. That's why I was like, Algol's pretty sick. And the issue comes up when his son, who is kind of like a little dinkier version of him, he's kind of just like, man, my dad, he thinks he's so fucking cool. Fuck him, I'm gonna take Soul Edge and be hella cool. So he goes and takes Soul Edge and is immediately corrupted and turned to evil. And Algo's like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing that? And then his son, his name is Arcturus, he tries attacking Algol, and in self-defense, Algol has to kill him. And he's like devastated because he just killed his son, and he's like, no. And then he looks at Soul Edge and he's just like, this is what this sword brings. This is what it has wrought. And so he's basically like, he knows he can't destroy it because it's eternal. So he basically devises a ritual to create a counter for it and create SOULCALIBUR.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so and the ritual costs him his life. It's basically like SOULCALIBUR exists because of his soul sacrifice from himself. But because he was technically like, he was all about like strength and power and stuff, SOULCALIBUR was kind of dangerously close in nature to Soul Edge. So it kind of like, and there are kind of hints to that in 5. Because, you know, like, SOULCALIBUR is all about, like, I need to kill Soul Edge no matter what.
Yeah.
And to the point where it manipulates the shit out of Patroclus. And is almost evil. Almost.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And so then, in SOULCALIBUR 6 Lord, his Algo was basically like, oh, I entrust this organization of, like, you know, keep SOULCALIBUR and stuff and watch Soul Edge.
Yeah.
To you guys, and Grow is a part of that organization.
That's pretty cool.
That's why I'm pretty excited for Aswell, because he's similar to Algol, because he uses, like, he has a shard of Soul Edge in one glove and a shard of
SOULCALIBUR in the other?
SOULCALIBUR in the other. Exactly. Oh wow.
I love playing against these people online because they clearly know how to play their characters. They're playing their Tira, they're playing their Talim, they're playing their Siegfried, and they know them. They like they know what they're doing. I am acting on instinct with Grow.
Right?
Like, oh man, it's just kind of like, oh shit. And I'm just, shit. Okay, fine. Oh, okay, that's cool.
This ends here. Ready? Ready?
Final battle. Oh, that. You can just use that attack the rest of the time? That's cool. Oh shit, okay.
That's cool.
Oh shit, okay. Fuck. Why'd I waste that?
Oh, I knew he was gonna slide. Why didn't that work? Oh no!
Looks like I've no choice.
Oh, what the fuck? How did... Oh, she brought it back. She got me. And I'm dead.
Oops.
Damn.
Oh
Good
god, I
shit,
keep
Tira.
crouching. That is not how that works. Oh, I thought he was gonna try to do something.
Rematch, baby! Fight me again! This is weird. I'm getting, like, my, like the search parameters are 4 bars plus. Oh, they didn't want a rematch.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if this guy's gonna want a rematch too. We had a really good Siegfried fight, and he kind of just wiped the floor with me this time, and I'm just like, okay, we could do this again. Oh, he doesn't want to fight again. Cool.
Oh, sick. But yeah, like I have the search parameters to like 4 bars plus, and I'm getting them. But this is like some 2-bar connection bullshit.
Okay, come on. I'm not gonna be a pushover.
Ready?
Battle 3. Fight!
Ready?
Oh, and totally to respond to your message that I did not reply to. Yes, I will make Sora, and then I will totally just like, you know, like, send you the parameters so you can recreate it.
Looks like I
Yes, dude.
Fight!
I wonder how many slots it's gonna give us for character creation.
I think it's 100.
Ooh, I'm gonna make Darth Vader again.
How could I lose?
I hopefully I can make Darth Vader again. Freaking give me that same equipment.
Yeah, right.
I want to make the Power Rangers.
We'll go no further.
I was like, if I make Noctis, I'm like, whose fighting style would be? I'm like, as well. It's too easy. Maybe Grow.
Ready?
Get out of here.
If I made Gladio, it'd probably be Siegfried.
Yeah, right. Forgive me. Yeah, no, Noctis should definitely be as well.
That's what I was like, but like, cause he